Hey folks, welcome back to the shop. We're going to do something completely different. This isn't a tear down reassembly. This is going to be our first project build. I'm sure there's plenty of videos on doing stuff, especially the Glocks, but I'm going to try this and see what kind of feedback I get from it and see if I do any more. There's another gun similar to this that I've got to do some work to that we're going to do videos to. But this is a Gen 3 Glock 22 that is it's one of those police trade-ins that you can get real stupid cheap now. For I think I bought one off of a guy for like $100. This ain't it. This is another customer's. I think he paid like $250 or something for it, but they're cheap, man. You can get these things all over the place now. I've already got it tore apart inside and out. Took the slide apart and everything already, and then the frame, there's nothing left in there. What's going to end up happening is we're going to cut some front serrations into the slide. Obviously, it needs to be cleaned up before all that because this thing's filthy. I mean, please trade in. So, then we're going to do a silicon carbide stippling on it, a minor undercut here. I actually started that before it dawned on me I should probably film all this stuff just for shits and giggles. And so we're going to do a silicon carbide coating, and that's more or less where this is showing here. This will all be silicon carbide impregnated. Then it's going to get coated FDE, the slide and the frame. We're going to put a new trigger group, you know, a new trigger system in it. Magwell, we're going to do a flared magwell on it and some other stuff like that. The guy's going to go shoot, I don't know if he shoots GSSF or if he shoots IPSC, but he's a pretty competitive shooter and has been for a while, and brings me all of his stuff to do whatever, and he's decided to go a little overboard on this one. So he wants to see how this one works out, and then next time he may bring me one that we're going to do all the crazy cool, you know, fucking go faster cuts and shit like that on the slide for him if he wants. This will be a kind of a collaboration video. There's another shop out there called Vulcan Machine Works, and that guy's a really good friend of mine. I do a lot of the we trade work. He does things that I don't do. He does all the Cerakote stuff. I don't have the time or space for that kind of equipment here in my shop, so he does that stuff for me. I do a lot of 1911 work for him. He's got I think it's a 5-axis CNC Haas, so he can do all kinds of cool stuff. So he and his machinery will be in the video as we go through. He's going to be doing my slide cuts for me, and the Cerakote work, everything else I'll be taking care of. So hopefully we'll get some video of, you know, it actually in the mill being cut, and a lot of good before and after kind of stuff. We'll see how this turns out. We are going to attempt to Cerakote over the silicon carbide stippling. We've tried it in the past and it wasn't real successful. The Cerakote doesn't like to stick to the silicon carbide, but we're going to try it again kind of a different way and see if we can't get it to stay. If it doesn't stay, then we just won't try it anymore, or inform customers, you know, if you really want that, that's fine, but it just isn't going to stay, and so that there's no, like, quote, warranty issues. You know, we warned you ahead of time it won't stick. You wanted it anyways, so whatever. That's all that's going on right now. I'm going to start doing the undercut. Nothing special. I'm not going to do fancy. Some people like to use Dremel tools. I don't. I actually use woodworking tools because they cut quick and fast and precise. And then I sand finish it. Like, I'll actually take a small, real smooth file student and polish it back out. It doesn't matter because it's all going to get roughed up anyways. But yeah, that's what's going on with this guy. I don't know, but that's what I've got for you now. I'll try and keep video updates as I go, so when I finish the undercut I'll pop back on, show you what we got. Then after I do the sit coating on it, I'll show you that afterwards, and then after that we'll go to the mill. Then from there we'll do the Cerakote, and then from there I'll put it back together and I'll show you some of the parts and stuff that we're using. I may or may not talk about whose parts we're using. I'm gonna have to get in contact with the company and see what they say and how they feel about things. Sure, I could toss them a cookie or whatever else, but you know, we'll see what happens.